Hey, beloved, welcome back to my channel where we talk about real faith, real life, real hope, and our real God. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about something that has been a part of my life in different seasons, about what to do when we struggle with our faith. I mean, let's be real, our faith isn't always something that is easy. It's not something that is like a straight path and then we find out exactly where we need to go right at the end of the path. It's more like a mountain road that winds through the mountain and shows us beautiful vistas at times, but then has very precarious and difficult paths that we have to go through. And I don't know if you've ever tried to hold on your faith and it feels like you're just holding on to a thread, that it doesn't seem solid, that it seems more like a small seed, where you ask those questions: God, are you even in my life? Are you here? Are you even hearing me right now? Do you even know what I need? I know I sure have in my life, and sometimes life, if I can be plain and frank, it's just hard. It's difficult. Like nothing about this life was promised to be easy. There's pain, there's uncertainty, there's betrayal, there's hurt, there's difficulty, and things don't often go the way we thought that they would. And oftentimes we're left trying to pray through clenched teeth, trusting God even when it doesn't make sense. But let's be real, it's difficult. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Is I just wanted to talk a little bit about how do we get through a season where our faith may seem dry. Hey friends, welcome back to Beloved Life Today. My name is Sherry and I'm a Bible teacher, and I love to help people to just dive deeper into their faith life. But if I admit that my faith is perfect, then I would be a liar, because my faith is not perfect. My faith struggles at times. My faith is dry at times. I've asked those questions of God, where are you? God, are you listening to me? There's been times where I've been in tears, like tears streaming down my face, saying, God, what are you doing? What is happening right now? Do you even know what's going on? Are you even hearing my prayers? Are you even here? Where we experience uncertainty, where we experience a lot of pain, where nothing around us makes sense, and we're just struggling to trust that God is even there. And I live in a part of the country where we have seasons. And the one thing that I find encouragement is knowing that in every season, that there's a start, there's a middle, and there's an end. There is always a time where a new season is going to come. And I know those may sound like positive platitudes or whatever, but it helps me to remember that there is going to be a time when this season of dryness, this season of struggling, this season of small faith, I guess, in a sense, is going to end. And that there is going to be a season where I see that my faith, my strong faith, is going to return. And I know that it does because I've experienced that. I've experienced season of dryness, and I've experienced season of great joy and passion where I feel like my faith is growing leaps and bounds. And that's why I like to look at the idea of seasons and really think about it in that way, because it's oftentimes when we're in the middle of a season that's the longest and the hardest. I mean, I live in an area where we have winter, and the thing I absolutely hate about winter is the dead of winter. Like, anybody who lives in a place that has winter and has snow knows exactly what I'm talking about. The dead of winter is in the middle of it, when it feels like it's never going to end, where it's just cold upon cold, and snow and rain and ice and all the things that make winter not so fun. And even though you know spring is going to come, even though you know there's warm weather on the horizon, it just feels very uh, hard to get through the day, because you just want that sun. You want that summer sun. You want that summer sunlight and the warm days, so you can go out walking, but you're stuck inside. And a lot of times in our life, when our faith is small, when it's not as strong, or maybe a dry season, whatever you want to call it, we often feel like that middle part, that dead of winter time, is the longest. It's the hardest, because we don't know what to do. We've tried everything. We've done everything we know intellectually to do. But even when we do that, it doesn't seem like it's enough. And I want to encourage you and say, don't give up. Keep going, keep pursuing, and keep resting with God. Keep bringing people into your life that remind you of who God is in your life, of who you are in Him, and of the love that He has for you. Those are some of the biggest things that have helped me, because the reality of those dead of winter, those dead of season moments is that it's a struggle. It's not the peaceful, glowing, mountaintop, joyful feeling moments like we have in certain seasons of our life and our faith. Sometimes faith just drags you down and you feel like you're in a valley whispering, God, just please don't let go of me. But here's what I want you to know, and what I've had to tell myself many times over in life: God does not need your faith to be perfect. He doesn't need you to be strong and have it all together. He doesn't need you to cross off every spiritual habit, to read your Bible and to pray every single day for 3 hours a day, and to check off everything on your to-do list. But He just wants you to show up. The Bible doesn't say your strength is what gets you through. It doesn't say you have to have a strong strength to get through it. It does say His strength, God's strength, is made perfect in your weakness. It's made perfect in the times when we are weak, because in the times when we are weak, and I know in my life, the times when I've been weak, God has been strong. Even if my faith feels a little bit shaky, or I feel like the hot mess express, God is still strong. He's still good, and He's still with me. Even when I can't see it, even when everything around me tells me the opposite, He is with you. I used to think faith meant that I had to have all the right words, all the right attitudes, all the right prayers, and even had to serve in 15 million places. But now I know that faith is more like stumbling forward. It's like crying some days, laughing others, letting God hold your hand through it all, no matter what. It's not about pretending to be okay, and oftentimes I have been in front of God crying my eyes out. It's about trusting, though, trusting God when I don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't have to have it all together, and neither do you. In fact, we were never meant to have it all together, because that would mean that we would have no need for God. God meets us in the mess. One of the most freeing things that I've learned is that I don't need to have a perfect roadmap in my life. I want to. I mean, you should know that I want to have the roadmap. I want to know what's going to be ahead 3 days from now. I want to know what's going to be ahead 5 years from now. But I don't know if that would be healthy. It certainly would not be healthy for my faith and for my spiritual life. It sure would not make me more dependent on God. It sure would not make me want to go to Him, because I would have no need for Him. If I knew exactly what was going to happen in life, I could just go along knowing exactly where I was going, what I was doing, and I would have no need to come to God. But oftentimes it's these moments of struggle, these moments of dryness and faith where it feels a little bit like dry. Those moments are the ones when I seem to need God the most. And I seem to come to Him with just such a deep heart, yearning for Him and crying out to Him. We don't have to have it all together. And if we did, it would mean we wouldn't really have a need for God. Just like if I had the map of what my life was going to be like 10 years from now, I wouldn't have a need for God. I wouldn't need to come to Him in all moments. But in these struggle moments, I need to come to Him. I just need enough grace for this day and for this moment. And the Bible does say that God gives daily bread. We see in the Old Testament that God gave daily bread to the Israelites. He doesn't give us this lifetime supplies of this roadmap of what exactly is going to happen, but He gives us what we need right now. So maybe your faith may look like a whisper. Maybe it looks like your prayers during dishwashing. Maybe while you're folding clothes or crying in your car, you're saying, God, help me. I don't know what to do. Or maybe it's showing up even when you don't feel like it. That still counts. That's faith. That's real. And that's authentic. So if you're in a hard season, if your faith feels weak, if you feel like your faith is a little bit dry, you're not failing. It means you're human. God is not disappointed in you. He's with you. He's with you, and He's for you even in this moment. And even when your faith wobbles, His love never does. So in these moments, have faith, Reach out to each other and let's encourage one another. Take time to rest and lay down all of your perfections, your strengths, the things that you cling to go to when you may feel weak. Lay them down in front of Jesus. And in these moments when your faith feels weak, the encouragement I have for you today is remind yourself that you are loved. Remind yourself that God is with you. Remind yourself that there are people all over the world who are rooting you on. Remind yourself never to give up. If you have to write that on your mirror, if you have to put it on your dashboard, if you have to put a verse or something in a place where you see it every day, if you have to put it on your phone, whatever it is, something to trigger you and remind you that you are okay, that it's just a season, that we don't have to be perfect, that our faith doesn't even have to be perfect, that our faith can even be crying out today and just saying, God, I don't know where you are, but I need you. It could be sitting exasperated because of something with a kid, with our kids, and just saying, God, I don't know what to do, but I need you. It doesn't even need to be understanding the Bible like a theologian. It needs to be humbly coming before God and saying, I may not understand what your word says, but I want to know more. Help me. I may not have the words, the eloquent words to say a prayer, but God, help me. Be with me. Our prayers don't have to be eloquent and long-winded to be effective or to even be eternal. So even in those moments, the other piece of advice I would have is just to pray. Even if the prayer is just one word of help. Even if the prayer is just, God, I don't know what you're doing, be with me right now. Even if it's just asking God to show you his fingerprints in life. Trust that he's with you and trust that you are going to get through this season. Remember, even in your imperfections, even in your weaknesses, even in your small, tiny faith, God is strong. He is with you right now, and he is reminding you that you don't have to be perfect or have it all together to come to him. You can come to him, and his arms are open. His arms are open to show you his love and the love that he poured out through Jesus Christ to you. And I hope that you remember today that you are loved. Above anything else, anybody else will say, you are loved. So let's go be the beloved. Let's live as the beloved. And let's radiate God's love everywhere we go and with everyone we meet. Until next time, my friends, stay blessed and be loved.